and welcome back to my channel. I am Cindy. Today I want to talk about depression and some of the myths and the facts surrounding it. I'm going to give you a sentence and then you can tell me if you think it is a myth or a fact. Then I shall discuss briefly on each point. So let's begin. 1. Hard work beats depression. It's a myth. Depression affects nearly 1 in 6 people at some point in their lives. So folk remedies and half-truths about this common illness abound. One such idea: throw yourself into work and you'll feel better. For mild cases of the blues, this may indeed help, but depression is a whole different animal. Overworking can actually be a sign of clinical depression, especially in men. Number 2, it's not a real illness. Of course, this is a myth. Depression is a serious medical condition, but it is still confused with ordinary sadness. Biological evidence of the illness comes from studies from genetics, hormones, nerve cell receptors, and brain functioning. Nerve circuits in the brain areas that regulate mood appear to function abnormally in depression. 3. Men fly under the radar. It is indeed a fact. A depressed man and their loved ones and even their doctor may not recognise depression, which is really quite sad. That's because men are less likely than women to talk about their feelings, and some depressed men don't appear sad or down. Instead, men show their signs by being irritable, angry, or restless. They even might lash out at others. While some men try to cope with depression through reckless behaviour, drinking, or even drugs. 4. Depression is just self-pity. This is a myth. Our culture admires willpower and mental toughness and is quick to label anyone who falls short of that as a whiner. But people who have clinical depression are not lazy or simply feeling sorry for themselves. They can't even will the depression to go away. Depression is a mental illness, a health problem related to changes in the brain. Like other illnesses, it usually improves with appropriate treatment. Number 5, anyone can get depressed. It is a fact. Poet or linebacker, shy or outgoing, anyone from any ethnic background can develop depression. The illness is twice as common in women as in men, but it may be more that women are more likely to seek help. It's often noticed in the late teens or early 20s, but an episode can develop at any age. Tough personal experiences can sometimes trigger depression in people who are at risk for the illness. It may develop out of the blue. 6. It can sneak up slowly. It is another fact. Depression can creep up gradually, which makes it harder to identify than a sudden illness. A bad day turns into a rut and you start skipping work or school or social occasions. One type, called dysmorphia, can last for years as a chronic low-level illness that silently undermines your career and your relationships. Or depression can become severe and disabling. With treatment, many feel substantial relief within 4 to 6 weeks. 7. Help means drugs for life. It is a myth. Despite the buzz about a Prozac nation, medication is only one of the tools to lift depression. Asking for help doesn't necessarily mean that your doctor will advise medications, although medicines can often be very helpful for significant forms of depression. Studies suggest that talk therapy works as well as drugs for mild to moderate depression. Even if you do use antidepressants, it probably won't be for life. Your doctor will help you determine the right time to stop your medication. 8. Depressed people cry a lot. It's a myth. Not always. Some people don't cry or even act terribly sad when they're depressed. Instead, they are emotionally blank and they may feel worthless or useless. Even without dramatic symptoms, untreated depression prevents people from living life to its fullest, and it takes a toll on families. 9. Family history is not destiny. This is a fact. If depression appears in your family tree, you are more likely to get it too. But chances are you won't. People with a family history can watch for early symptoms of depression and take positive action promptly. Whether that means reducing stress, getting more exercise, counselling or therapy, or other professional treatment. 10. Depression is a part of aging. Of course, this is a myth. Most people navigate the challenges of aging without becoming depressed. But when it does occur, it may be overlooked. Older people may hide their sadness or have different vague symptoms. Food just doesn't taste as good anymore. Aches and pains get worse, or sleep pattern changes. Medical problems can trigger depression in older people, and depression can be a slow recovery. It can come from a slow recovery from a heart attack or surgery. 11. Depression imitates dementia. This is a fact. In seniors, depression can be the root cause of memory problems, confusion, and in some cases, delusions. Caregivers and doctors may mistake these problems for signs of dementia or an age-related decline in memory. Getting treatment lifts the cloud for the majority of older people with depression. Psychotherapy can also be a useful part of treatment for older adults with depression who may be coping with loss or medical illnesses or other life changes. 12. Talking makes things worse. Of course, it's a myth. People were once advised not to dwell on problems by talking about them. And this is especially true in older generations. Today, there's evidence that guided discussions with a professional can make things much better. Different types of psychotherapy help treat depression by addressing negative thought patterns, unconscious feelings, or relationship troubles. The first step is to talk to a mental health professional. 13. Positive thinking may help. Fact. It is a fact. The old advice to accentuate the positive has advanced into practice that can ease depression. It's called cognitive behavioural therapy, also known as CBT. People learn new ways of thinking and behaving. Distorted negative self-talk, which we are all guilty of, and behaviour is identified and replaced with more accurate and balanced ways of thinking about yourself and the world. Used alone or with medication, CBT works for many people. Number 14. Teens are unhappy by nature. It is a myth. Although many teens are moody and argumentative and intrigued by the dark side, prolonged sadness or irritability is not normal for teens. When unhappiness lasts for more than 2 weeks, it may be a sign of depression, which develops in about 1 in 11 teens. Other signs of a teen needing help include being constantly sad or irritable, even with friends, taking no pleasure in favourite activities, or a sudden drop in their grades. 15. Exercise is good medicine. This is a fact. Very good studies now show that regular, moderately intense exercise can improve symptoms of depression and work well as some medicines for people with mild to moderate depression. Exercising with a group or a good friend adds social support as another mood booster. 16. Depression is tough to treat. This is a myth. The reality is most people who take action to lift their depression do get better. In a large study by the National Institute of Mental Health, 70% of people became symptom-free through medications, though not always with the first medicine. Studies show that the best treatment is often a combination of medication and talk therapy. 17. It's not always depression. This is indeed a fact. Some life events cause sadness or disappointment, but do not become clinical depression. Grief is normal after a death, a divorce, a loss of a job, or a diagnosis with a serious health problem. One clue of a need for treatment: the sadness is constant every day, most of the day. When people are weathering difficult times appropriately, they can usually be distracted or cheered up for short periods of time. 18. Hope for better days is real. It is indeed a fact. In the depths of depression, people may think there's no hope for a better life. This hopelessness is part of the illness, not a reality. With treatment, positive thinking gradually replaces negative thoughts. Sleep and appetite improve as the depressed mood lifts, and people who have seen a counsellor or a therapist for talk therapy are equipped with better coping skills to deal with the stresses in life that can get you down. Okay, so now let's talk about the unexpected benefits of depression treatment. 1. Better sleep. Depression can rob you of rest by making it hard to fall asleep or by waking you up either too soon or throughout the night. That leaves you dragging the next day. And more important, a lack of sleep can make the depression even more severe. Treatment for depression can help improve sleep. 2. Better love life. Some antidepressants may dampen the libido, but often the bigger roadblock to a happy love life is depression itself. One study showed that 70% of people with depression reported a loss of sexual interest while not taking medicine. Treatment may help restore your self-confidence and strengthen your emotional connection with your partner. 3. Pain relief. Treatment for your depression can make you feel better emotionally and may reduce pain. That's because depression can contribute to the discomfort of pain. And again, going back to studies have found that people who have conditions like arthritis and migraines actually feel more pain, and they are more disabled by it if they are depressed. Seeking treatment may help provide relief. 4. Improved health. If you are depressed, getting treatment may help prevent some serious diseases down the road. That's because depression can take a toll on your body. One study found that women who were depressed had double the risk of sudden cardiac death than women who were not. Getting treatment may help lessen health risks. 5. Better performance at work. Depression can make it hard to hold a job. If you're depressed, you might lose focus at work and make more mistakes. If you think depression might be affecting you at work, getting help now could head off serious problems. 6. Sharper thinking and better memory. Feeling forgetful. Does your thinking seem fuzzy? Experts have found that depression might cause structural changes to areas of the brain involved in memory and decision making. The good news is that depression treatment may prevent or even reverse these changes, clearing away the cobwebs and strengthening your recall. 7. Happier home life. Irritable and angry, constantly snapping at the kids and then feeling bad about it. I, for one, have been there. Getting depression treatment can help boost your mood, and that can help reduce tension around the house and improve your relationship with your family. Healthier lifestyle. Why does depression cause some people to gain weight? In part, it's behavioural. You may withdraw and become less active, or you may turn to food for comfort. And you're not alone. It's also psychological. Low levels of certain brain chemicals can trigger a craving for carbs. Getting treatment may change that while giving you the energy to exercise and eat well. 9. Less chaos, more control. When depression saps your energy, even the most basic tasks like vacuuming or paying the bills can become impossibly hard. The more chaotic things get, the less capable you feel. Depression treatment can restore the energy you need to take control of your life and to get it organised. 10. Lower risk of future depression. People who have been depressed have a higher risk of becoming depressed again. But ongoing therapy or medication may help prevent depression from coming back. Even if it does return, treatment will now prepare you. You'll know the early signs. You'll know some of the coping skills, and you'll know where to get help. 11. Stronger ties with family and friends. Treating depression may improve your social life. Depression isolates people. It can sap your self-esteem, making you feel unlikable, while therapy and medication can help restore some of that lost confidence. You may still need to decide to reach out. Reconnecting to old friends when you're depressed, not to mention making new ones. It's hard, but it's a crucial part of getting better. 12. Getting help. Some people with depression try to wait it out or hope it will get better on its own without treatment. This is a mistake. Studies have found that the longer depression lasts, the worse your symptoms may get and the harder it is to treat. See your doctor. Schedule an appointment with a therapist. The sooner you get help, the better your odds are for a healthy future. If you do suffer with depression, here are some tips on how to help your depression treatment work. Okay, and I fell into this as well. Number 1, give medicine time to work. It can take at least a couple of weeks for depression medicine to kick in, and up to 12 weeks for you to tell if it's really working. You and your doctor may have to experiment with the right dose or even the right drug, the right medicine, or even the right combination. Don't give up. Studies show that many adults with depression are likely to find that medicine does help. 2. Don't quit taking your medicine. I did this. I had to go back on it, but I did this. You can't get addicted to antidepressants. but you may have a withdrawal-like symptoms if you stop taking some antidepressants too quickly. Quitting suddenly could give you headaches, muscle aches, an upset stomach, or other problems. Don't stop unless your doctor tells you to, and they'll give you a schedule of how to come off it slowly. I stopped taking mine and I hit the deck, so don't do that. Take it the right way. Ask your doctor when to take your medicine, whether you take it with food, whether you take it in the morning or when you go to bed, and if you should skip taking other medicines or foods at the same time. Even vitamins or supplements or non-prescription medicines like cough syrup can affect antidepressants. You must ask what to do if you miss a dose. Do you take it as soon as you can, or do you wait until the next scheduled dose? These are important. Pay attention to side effects. Number 4. Many side effects go away within a week or two, but others may be a sign that you need to adjust what you're taking. Look for insomnia, nausea, weight loss, dizziness, and if you are in a relationship, sexual problems. Keep track of any issues that can help your doctor fine-tune your treatment. If you ever have thoughts of suicide, talk to your family or your doctor or someone straight away. Don't wait. 5. Talk things out. Depression usually has a mix of physical, emotional, and mental symptoms. Studies show that the most effective way to treat depression is a combination of medicine and therapy. Options range from counselling to CBT, which is the cognitive behavioural therapy, to meeting with a support group, learning to cope with conflicts, traumas, losses, or stresses that can trigger your illness can all help keep you well. 5. Get your body moving. Work on physical as well as emotional strength. Exercise can ease depression symptoms, especially when you do things that get your heart rate pumping. In fact, exercise can sometimes work as well as antidepressants for people with mild to moderate depression. It helps ease stress and gives you a sense of well-being. Exercise helps you feel better it makes you feel better right away, and when you stick with it, those feelings last. 6. Choose a healthy diet. Eating the right foods can help your body work at its best, and when your body is in good shape, your treatment works well. Not getting enough of some vitamins and minerals can make depression worse, and research shows that foods that are bad for your heart, like saturated fats, may even increase your risk for developing depression. Also, limit your alcohol intake or avoid it altogether. If you and your doctor think alcohol use is a problem. 7. Get your sleep. Getting enough sleep boosts your mood and helps you cope with stress, even the everyday life stress. In fact, most people with depression have sleep problems. To sleep better, exercise, have a regular meal and a bedtime schedule. Limit caffeine and alcohol. Get outside during the day and have a relaxing bedtime routine. Number 10. Think outside the box. What I mean by this is non-traditional or alternative treatments may relieve some symptoms, help you relax and ease problems like physical pain or anxiety that makes depression worse. So, acupuncture, yoga, massage, meditation, or reflexology. Reflexology applies pressure to the nerves in your hands or your feet. Practitioners actually believe that this stimulates healing. So worth checking out. 11. Vitamins and other nutrients. People who are low on vitamin D seem more likely to get depressed, but by taking extra D doesn't always help them feel better. Some studies show that EPA, I can't pronounce the acid, I'll put it on the screen, found in fish oil may help treat depression. Deplin, again the proper name I will put on screen, shows promise for boosting the benefits of antidepressants in some people. Talk to your doctor. You'll have to show them these. Talk to your doctor to see if that is right for you. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope I have given you something to think about, a new tip or a gentle guiding hand. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider hitting that subscribe button to show your support and to help me reach more people. And also giving me thumbs up or commenting down below also helps get the word out there. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Stay strong, my little butterflies, and I shall see you in another video very, very soon. Bye.